good morning, afternoon, night, everyone around the world, Web 2, Web 3. Welcome to the Nico Morning Show. Today is Season 3, Episode 4, and we have a special guest, Chloe from Marmaj Foundation. If you guys don't know about Marmaj, today is the chance for you guys to learn a lot. So I will leave the introduction for Chloe. She will walk us through all what you guys need to know about Marma J. But first thing first, I know it's pretty early there. So, me and Nono, your host for today. Good morning, Nono. Good morning, Chloe. How you guys doing?
Good morning.
Good
Doing great. Thanks
morning.
for
Doing well.
listening with me. Yeah, Chloe, thank you for being here. We're super excited to deep dive all this stuff. And yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited as well. First time being out. Sorry for missing last time. Uh, my
we
head
don't
was
even know what
spinning
you're talking about.
multiple directions. So
No one know what
We don't
you're
know what you're
talking
talking about,
about.
Chloe.
But Chloe,
love
man,
it.
thank you for waking up so early. I know it's pretty early in there, so we really appreciate you giving us the time to talk with us about Marma J. Maybe a little introduction, a background about yourself, about the foundation, how it was created, and all of this.
Yeah, for sure. So good morning. Yeah, it's 4:10 where I'm at. So pretty
Wow.
early, but day's off to a great start. So yeah, I guess I'm Chloe. Chloe the dev, I guess, to many. Not actually a developer though, although that confuses many. More of a researcher. But through my researching journeys, of course, falling in love with Ethereum, obviously had to learn Solidity, and then from
Mm.
there, learning a little bit of JavaScript and everything else in between, falling in love with Near, learning Rust, all that good stuff. Um, but to have some actual line to that story, I guess the whole research question or journey for me was starting the Marmaj Foundation in 2019 with my current wife, my then, I guess, girlfriend. Um, and I guess the question was like, how can we find ways to leverage Web3 tech for social good? Like, how can we actually use this crypto stuff? I mean, cryptography, number theory, all this kind of complex wizardry and math. How do we actually use it in ways where people actually have more power over their data or over their finances and can actually maybe gather in communities like in DAOs, for example, and maybe provide some support that that's
Mhm.
efficient in their own ways. So yeah, we just moved to Antigua actually for about 3 months. I was leading a different crypto project at the time. That was the crypto winter-ish. The project didn't do so well. It was actually built on a centralized exchange, and the exchange just shut down.
Yeah.
And we've all kind of seen big ones now these days, so everyone knows what I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
Badly. Um, but yeah, so one of those. But it was great. I mean, what we were doing there was great in Antigua, at least. So we were just trying to figure out ways. We were kind of cleaning up local beaches. We were feeding stray dogs. We were getting involved with local nonprofits, and kind of figuring out what their actual pain points were, and then going
Yeah.
back to the tech side and figuring out, okay, well, how can we use this tech? And so it started with like Gitcoin grants, for example, of okay, well, we can attest to something on chain, and people who know us, who know our Ethereum address, for example, can quadratically fund our project, and we can do something we couldn't have afforded to do without that. So we did a project where I would skateboard. I was doing a computer science degree after coming back from Antigua after the exchange shutdown stuff. And I was like, hey, let's go back. I had my master's already, but let's go back to school, do an undergrad in computer science, and just work in the more research side of things. Um,
Yeah.
and a lot of stuff happened. I got a job doing research part time, and then dropped out at midterms because research was more fun. Um, But yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. But that is at least what brought me from Antigua to going to school. And then was kind of doing Ethereum in the Ethereum space still. Again,
Mhm.
so we're doing Gitcoin grants, giving out gift cards to people, raising money for the grant, going back to Antigua to work with kids. And actually, it was Vandal and Mintbase and Thor actually who made me do the leap over to Near.
Oh wow.
And that was kind of the big jump over. So that's kind of like a big summary. But then I kind of just came to Near. Um, I worked with CreateBase. I don't know if people remember that guild in the Near ecosystem, supporting Mint-based artists. After CreateBase, I got a job at the Near Foundation, the adoptions specialist, helping communities onboard to Near. So a bunch of DAOs came out of that. And then I decided, why not just run Marmaj Foundation as a DAO so the community can see how to run a community. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are now. And now we have a bunch of random things that happen, like the games we've talked about. And, yeah, Marmaj
Super cool.
Chan.
Super cool. I actually have been to Antigua before in Guatemala, right?
Okay,
Like
actually, no, Antigua and Barbuda.
Gosh dang it!
Tiny
I have
island
not
in
been
the
there.
ocean.
That's why you said Antigua instead of Antigua. That's my bad. Bad
No,
listening on my part.
it does come up on Google when you type them in.
Yeah.
That's very impressive resume, to be honest. So thank you for that. We are very excited to have you. And I did have a podcast with you before on Boneyard, Boneyard, I think, because I do
Yeah, I know.
co-host
Yeah,
there.
we had a podcast.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's excited to have you here with different set and the new faces as well, different community. But before we dive deeper, sorry guys, before we dive deeper with Marmaj, I know our meme of the week is every Thursday, but for today, since we have Marmaj and we needed Marmaj on Thursday, but he was not available last time, so we are moving meme of the week for today. So look at down here, you will see the caption. So meme of the week is gonna feature this time Chloe the dev. You can follow Marmaj, scan the QR code top left, and you can also scan the QR code to follow Chloe, which I should have you on here, but I don't. I'm sorry. So I will put I will put the X for Chloe in the top. Okay, so make sure you can see all the information you need, guys, down on the caption, and also their tags on Twitter, so you can follow them. You create a meme featuring Marmaj or Chloe, okay, and the meme should have
Or
the hashtag
Marmaj
of,
Chan.
yeah, and the meme should have hashtag of Nico, and then it have to have hashtag of near and near bus. Okay, so your theme will be Chloe, Marmaj, and featuring the bus, guys. You know the drill. Most of you, I think. So the tokens giveaway we will be a 50 jump token where you can stake it as well. Since it's not up, you guys can stake it on Jump DeFi. This token is gonna be very valuable later on as well. 50 Nico token stakeable as well on the Nico website, and you can also do other things with it. So get ready for your meme. We're gonna clear the notification for Twitter right now. So once you guys tag us, we will be able to see it. We will pick two winners. The winners will be picked from Chloe at the end. Chloe, we will show you all the memes, and you choose which one you want. But yeah, good luck everyone. Have fun with the
Yeah, I'm
memes.
excited about it. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, yeah.
What can I say?
I'm
I
very
want to see
biased.
how the guys, but don't rush it. Wait a bit so you learn more about Marmaj. I think yes, no.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
my
I was just
conviction.
saying I'm excited. Like
Ah, okay.
I'm excited.
But yeah, okay, there you go. Everyone is drinking something. Love it. Okay, so I've been in Near for around, I would say maybe 1 year now. I think we have a private chat when I was trying to get my OG, and I was like behind for like a month or something. But yeah, I learned about
Probably.
Marmaj, I guess like 2 months ago, I think, or 3 months ago, and I'm sure like many of the community here maybe did not hear of Marmaj. So you guys do a lot of things. right? You have your game on and the boss. You have Telegram group as well where you host some sort of
Mhm.
event, I believe. And yeah, you guys have a lot of things. You are pretty involved in the near ecosystem, but still the community maybe some of the community did not hear of Marmaj. Okay, so I know you already explain things about it, but what exactly do you guys do? What is your main focus in on near? What is your main goal as a foundation? Because as far as I know,
Leveraging
it's a
tech for social
non-profit.
good.
Yeah, as it is a non-profitable organization, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how do you guys, deal with these things? What you guys are trying to achieve? And if you don't mind, maybe how hard it is, since you are not a non-profitable organization. We usually ask people, how do you deal, or founders, dev, how do you guys build on a bear market? But yeah, how do you guys, the team, how do you guys, pay the team? How do you guys, get some revenue to support the project itself? It will be great if you can deep dive with us.
Good questions. So first, I'm very biased when it comes to memes. Anything featuring Marmaj Chan will probably get extra thumbs up from me. So you can Google
Uh-huh.
Marmaj Chan and learn more. And
Okay.
that's one answer to the question, maybe, of what we do. We have a character that embodies who we are that you can search up. There's hundreds and hundreds of versions of her created by hundreds of artists from around the world. Oh, there
Mm-hmm.
you go.
There
That's
we
Marma
go.
J Chan.
Uh-huh.
That's the
I'll drop
first
you the
Marma J
language.
Chan. And there are, yeah, many, many more. There was kind of a question in the chat as well, so I'll kind of go from there. Why Marma J? Like, why the name?
Mm-hmm.
So Marma J is just Marma Joseph. My grandmother, when she was kind of growing up, was called Marma, as like mother. Lots of
Mm-hmm.
cultures, I guess, used a similar name, but she was just very supportive to the people around her and her community. Um, and so it was just a way. I mean, when I was trading the token, for example, I think that tokens are a bit. I don't know. I was a full-time trader, I guess, when I first got into. Well, I was an analyst and then I was a trader. Um, and so I don't really like trading anymore. So I try and like. So that's funny. No, no. Similar to your kind of story. I used to
Yeah.
stream Axie Infinity for my son, and on the day the land sale opened, the token also launched on Uniswap only, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I could put a few ETH into this and buy it at a few cents and no big deal. But I was like, no, I'm not going to, and it ended up being yeah, a bit different after. And you got like
Oh
I have videos
gosh.
watching like all the way through of it going up and whatever. So it's still fun. Um, but I
Yeah.
enjoy the research side, not the trading side. So a bit of what we do is stuff like that, just researching how a community could use a game like that, for example, could create a governance structure where people are able to earn, and then maybe instead of being a year and a half late on their land release and then potentially missing some deadlines, how could they potentially have driven through the bear market and launched something for their community? Um,
Yeah.
and then to the answer of how do we raise funds, because I think that's a fun one for next. Um, very carefully. I mean, arguably, all funds are kind of donated from me. Um, so I worked at Near Foundation and I got paid in Near,
Hmm.
and I used it to put into DAOs and put into Ref and put into all these wonderful places in Aurora and all these things. And then, I mean, I've been through a cycle before, so I kind of know, it was kind of fun to see how things might go. And it was relatively how I, how I thought they would. Actually, I think this is a lot better than anyone could have hoped, to be fair. I think, like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of legs
Yeah.
down left uh, for a typical cycle. But uh, yeah,
You
uh,
guys have a pretty sizable
So you're
team,
like
right?
Bruce Wayne.
hmm?
Go ahead, Nino.
You go ahead, Sus. You go first.
Uh,
You guys
I mean,
first.
you guys are a pretty sizable team, right? I mean, you do have
Kind of. We
good
have
members there.
like you know like 6 or 7, 8 interns in Antigua. We have a couple of community moderators for gaming. We have myself and my wife. We have various sub DAOs, but like we try and basically train other people to do something, fund them for 3 to 9 months to do it, and then hopefully they become their own DAO. Like the best example would be the Filipino Artist Guild, for example. We didn't necessarily start them or anything like that, but like we trained them, support their artists, gave out hundreds of bounties, and now, for example, they came to ETH Milan as well, 2 of their council members. Or like, for example, I'll give a shout out to Ernest, for example, who's leading up near Africa and ran a hackathon, with the help of DevHub in Nigeria. But he's also one of our community managers for gaming, and he's been working with us for like a year and a half now.
Oh wow. Okay,
But
so
yeah,
intern. Yeah, intern. How people can be? How you guys pick the intern? How can someone be an intern with Marmaj? What do you guys train them for? What do you help them to learn?
So the interns are actually with our sister nonprofit, Back Inc., which is in Antigua. And that nonprofit specifically works at supporting youth entrepreneurs in Antigua and Barbuda. So that's where we train the interns. We work with the computer science students there. Well, other students as well, but mainly students. Try and help them earn more than $2 an hour, and be able to choose gas and Chinese food, while kind of by working Web3. So that's kind of our Marmaj Foundation tries to support Back Inc. So Web3 for social good is the education and research. And the only class I run these days is with the Near Research Collective. That's kind of complicated. So the Marmaj Foundation has like a research DAO, I guess, a research arm, partnered with Back Inc. And through that research arm, we also spun out the Near Research Collective to support the NDC. And I just teach a weekly class there, like very 0 to 1, like how to start becoming a Web3 researcher on Near. Yeah.
That's like your knowledge base is insane. Let me just say that, right? Like that's insane.
Exactly.
Like you've been around the world twice, done everything once. Like I guess I don't know what I was expecting, but like the amount of stuff you have done and the stuff that you can't, like that is, you are an ETH person that is now in Near, which awesome. I'm so excited about that. That's huge. That's huge. I mean, like that's like the kind of stuff that like Ryan, Sean Adams, and David Hoffman and all those ETH people, that's super cool. Like legitimately leveraging tech
I'm
for
glad
social
to
good.
be
Like, that's
the same sentences as them, but I think I've just been inspired by those types of people for a very long time. And so it's like after a while of like, for example, I was an analyst for a while at the time when like everyone was writing a white paper, like, and it's hard to even explain like how, like the amount of Telegram groups you're in, those were all white papers. And they were all raising millions of dollars, and everyone thought they were all going to be the next best thing. And it was just, the energy around every idea was amazing. And so, you had to start learning Solidity because you had to understand how the ideas could work. And when one idea failed, you thought of a few more. And like, for me, it became like, which one succeeded? And like, how do I, like, the few that succeeded with these huge war chests that are going to last the next like decade, like let's use an example, like a safe one, like Arbitrum, for example. Arbitrum, the paper for Arbitrum was written around the same time as Ethereum. Their war chest will last to the next 10 plus years, probably. They have billions of dollars just sitting there. Arguably a lot of it in their own token, whatever else, but still, they have these massive war chests to kind of build out these infrastructures and these systems. And so to me, it's like, cool, like this stuff still exists, right? Like these projects are accruing value and potentially providing use case to somebody. To me, I think privacy will be the use case that actually becomes
Yeah.
valuable for enough people to pay for it. But yeah, who knows? AI seems to be the hottest
Right.
topic these days.
War chest. That is. No, it's not a David Hoffman thing, but that's just another sign that you said war chest, that you're in that group of thinking, which is big. Like, I wish
Love it.
I talked like that. Like that's so cool.
Oh
Anyway,
gosh, I gotta blame like near foundation like 10 calls a day. I'll blame that indoctrinating me.
Man,
But
you made her blush, man. But anyway, guys, I think the QR. Okay. We have Restream is glitching. I can see people who's scanning the QR code. I was surprised actually. No one scanned the QR code, but actually I tried to scan it, but it's not counting. So we have a glitch in the stats of. Of the views and the QR codes. But guys, I did confirm with some of you in Discord, you are scanning the QR code. So that's unfortunate. Anyway, uh, let's go and just share this one real quick. This is the Nico Morning Show claimable, which is our Nico Morning Show Shardog for episode 3. Yes, sorry to cover you a bit there, Chloe, but
I
uh,
want one too.
yeah, you can. Hey, I will drop
For
you
friends.
our shard dogs, and yeah, try to claim one. The art, I worked on it for quite a while. I'm interested to see what do you think of the arts. I will drop you the 8 episodes if you want in Telegram later a bit. But
Awesome.
claim this one. You guys know the drill. Unfortunately, we can't see all the stats now, which is pretty. But it doesn't
The
matter.
on-chain
And-
stats you can see still. See? There
okay,
you go.
now we have the
Oh,
scan.
I'm
Okay,
seeing it.
there we go. There we go.
Can't see.
All right.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right. So now, sorry to strafe away from the topic, guys, but we will remove the Nico Morning Show claimable later a bit, and I will talk with Chloe. We will go back about Axie Infinity. Fun fact: I am from the Philippines. I'm originally actually I'm half Filipino, half Jordanian. I was born in Philippines, raised for like 3 years here, then went to Jordan and lived all my basically life in Jordan. Came back to Philippines at age of I think 21. I studied pilot in Philippines, got married, had 2 beautiful kids, and I stayed in Philippines because it's better. Anyway, it's nicer, it's
Said
easier,
it live.
you know. But speaking of this, and I want to talk to you about this, but I really forgot the question right now. Yeah, Axie Infinity was a big thing in Philippines, and I remember my cousin was like, Axie Infinity, Axie Infinity. I was like, what is that, man? And they're like, you have
was
to get
wild.
in. Yeah, you have to get in. Okay, so I tried to get scholar, but I could
Mhm.
not. I
I had a
hated
couple
the fact.
scholars.
Yeah, I hated the fact that I have to it was a grind to get scholarship, and people who actually was playing the game and good at it are getting like 3 4 5 accounts, and I was like,
It's-
damn, I want to get into this.
One of our scholars
Mhm.
from 3 years ago is now the Marmaj actress for the VRM that we have.
Oh wow.
And she
Okay.
does the
Wow.
educational videos. And we still keep up with her. And her cousin was a scholar as well. And I guess it depends like what side of it you're on, right? So like I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
had many axes and I just wanted to test out the experience.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, like
Yeah, I myself
coolest
could not
thing in
get
the world.
scholar, so I end up going to my wife and I told her, hey, I want to talk with you about something. So there is an investment we need to make that I think it's
Did
gonna
you
be
buy
good. So yeah, I talk with my wife. I mean, I have kids back then, so putting, especially when you are converting dollar to pesos,
Mhm.
and back then I needed like around 100,000 pesos, which is like $2,000 to get a really good team.
Oh,
So
snap.
I went in. I will tell you, I jumped into Axie when it was at the peak, and I know it's a lot, but thank God I was so good at trading. I used to buy the Axie when they are on sale. They put it
Mm.
not on sale. What do you call it? On bet. So
Auction.
they auction, and I used to wait, and
Mm.
just buy it really cheap, and then resell it the next day when the players are
Even
awake. So I was like awake
okay,
20
even
hours a day just trading, and straight up I got
Mm.
back all my investment in 15 days. I got my
nice.
$2,000 just trading the Axies itself.
Wow.
See,
So
and the marketplace earned fees, and the
yeah,
game
yeah,
developers
all
got
of it.
paid,
And then it
and you
was
get your
crazy
money back.
because yeah,
Hopefully, someone had fun playing.
exactly, and the feedback then for it was insane. So
Oh yeah, doing that
withdrawing
on
the
Ethereum. Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah, it was insane. So what
good old
happened
days.
is I started earning a lot of money, and then I start reinvesting, and I start buying team. I start
Mm.
breeding. I had in a time like 17 scholars. I had around that
Nice.
time. I used to train them. I used to even go to their house in Philippines, or they come near
Yes,
here, and I train them how
that's
to play.
cute.
Yeah, so I remember this time, and I think Axie Infinity was
Oh,
a revolutionary way to bring a mass adoption to Web3 games. I think they did incredible job, regardless of the tokenomic side. Let's put the tokenomic side. Axie Infinity team did, revolutionize and brought so much adoption to Web3 and Web3 games in general. A lot of people enter crypto because of that, and we see a lot of creators, content creators, and we see a lot of even founders and stuff like this came from Axie Infinity when they introduced Web3. So we should give them credit to this. I ended up losing all my money I earned from Axie Infinity, which was around 2 ETH back then. I got profit from
Oh
that because
no,
wow.
yeah, I reinvested in all my
where'd it
Axie.
go?
I mean, the Axie now is like $5. I bought my Axies at like $300
Well,
each.
I still get offers on some of my Axies, and I have the land still staking.
Oh, you
It's
have a
Nice.
land.
oh yeah, I had to get one. I check on it every like 2 or 3 months. I don't know.
How
My
much did you
God,
buy it for? Sorry.
Wow.
How much did you buy it for?
like what? Maybe
Are you
one
cool sharing
eighth,
that?
maybe.
How, how much is it now?
Oh yeah, but to me, like I don't know. To me, ETH, like yeah, I don't know. It's like
How
gas.
much is it now? Can
Uh,
you tell that?
honestly, it's probably like half an ETH or a third of an ETH. It's
Do
still
you
like
remember the lands when it went to 7, 8 ETH floor price? You hold that?
Just
You hold
oh
it?
yeah. I was holding it for my son. One
Oh
day I
my
want him to be
god,
able to
man!
go
Oh my
play and
god!
no difference.
Yeah, well, fair play, bro. So
see
you
that.
were holding it for your son.
That's the dream.
I held near down from 20 to 1. I can hold Oxyland from 7 ETH to 1. It's no difference.
You are the real definition of diamond hands.
Golly, y'all are built
It's just gas.
different. What
Gas
in the
fees.
world?
You are well different, man. You really hold.
As long
I
as I
Wow.
got
have tokens for gas, I'm good to go.
I got wrecked, man. I entered Big Axie. I don't know if you heard of it. I put $6,500 on it, and guys, $6,500 might not seems a lot, in terms of other country, but in Philippines, six thousand five
What?
hundred dollar is a lot of money. And I lost it all. And I
That's
will
why I
tell you
don't
one.
trade.
I put in Luna. I put around $5,000-$6,000, and I lost it all. So I got wrecked in crypto, and
Mm.
I remember I left, and this is how I started my journey in near. I left crypto for like 5 months. I was devastated. My losses was around $13,000 to $15,000, and thank you to my
Gotcha.
wife. Actually, props to my wife. She always helped me to chase my dream, and she was like the entire 5 months. Come on, don't give up. You can get your losses back. Don't give up. So thanks to Near and the community and my journey in Near, I can say I'm kind of break even now. So I got my
There you
losses
go.
and
Seriously,
I'm good.
that is
Yeah,
awesome.
I got my losses back.
Well,
So and it's all from
if
Near,
you saw
guys.
my OpenSea stats, oh
Yeah.
heck yeah, I remember you saying that actually. If Chloe, if you saw my OpenSea stats, I think you'd be impressed with the lack thereof. So, I mean, I'm not quitting. I'm in the industry. like, I mean, same thing with the podcast. Like, whether or not we get funding per month, like, we're doing this. Like, we're here on Near. We're here to stay. We're going to be building, social audience with Near and
And I
all that
think that's
stuff.
actually
But thank you. But like, it's just one of those things. I do have a super important piece of motivation to share with our meme makers as they are striving to make the best memes right now. This is very relevant to our conversation. I mean, I've been quiet for me, I'd say, lately, and this is why. Here you go. I was looking for the better. Do you guys know Goodwill Hunting? Huh? My friend Chloe's wicked smart.
Love it. You're a meme maker
Anyway,
as well.
That's
Who
just
knew?
some strategy for y'all.
So creative.
Dude, that's crazy. Anyway,
yeah,
what's
I'm
up?
not much of a meme maker. I'm a meme sharer. I don't have those quick creative
that's fair.
talents.
Dude, it's hard not to. What is your favorite way to share memes and Seuss's fixing the TikTok?
Okay, TikTok's getting fixed.
What is
honestly, Instagram used to get me.
Reels?
Now, like now, I'd say sadly, my wife and I back and forth on TikTok if I'm ever on socials.
You just like fill their inbox and just like
pretty much. I probably have at least 300 unread TikToks from my wife at the moment. So
okay, so I have one question, and we will share this. Let's go back to Marmaj. Sorry, I have been away for a bit. I don't know if I enter between the conversation, guys. I am in the Philippines. I am literally in the middle of the ocean. So when I hear the guys in my end, it's different. So I may be cutting someone. I'm sorry about this. I always try to explain it, but the ping stats is different. So
he never does that to me. Don't worry. I'll never cut you off.
I'm sorry, but we will talk about the games that you built in the bus. That's what I want to talk with you about. I know some of the guys here, and remind me, guys, to go back. I want to talk with you about a little bit of the intern thing. I am interested, and I think some of the community are interested. But let's talk about Nearbus. You guys built 3 games. Is it 3 or 4 games on Nearbus, right?
We managed 4 games. We took them over from a previous team.
Yeah. So I already have this conversation with you, but regardless, forget that I had this conversation with you. This is for the people who's here. So you said you are not a dev, but I know you participated in some hackathon, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I've done coding in hackathons and built things on Boss. A couple times at ETH Global Waterloo and ETH Global New York. New York, actually, we brought a few interns out with us from Antigua, and they hacked. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, so this was actually built by the interns. I just mainly directed them for the most part. And this kind of shows all 4 of the games. So we have like Pixel Party at the top. And it kind of just there's like a carousel that shows you the wiki for it, not Wikipedia, the wiki, sorry. And then you can kind of, if you're logged in, you can see the stats for each game. And the goal is to eventually allow for interactions through here for the games, like hatching eggs and fighting, but
so this is the 4 games, right? You guys, which one is the easiest one that we can play now?
Crypto Heroes.
Crypto Heroes. Yeah. Okay. So we can do the testnet, right? So we click on testnet. Sure. Okay. And one question while things is loading and stuff like this. You built on bus, near bus, and a lot of the people do #bus, but I think there is a lot of the community on near protocol doesn't understand basically what is the near bus, how it is a revolutionary thing for Near
Cool.
and what Near bus can do. You know, I can see a lot of people just always hashtagging bus without even understanding the concept of it. You know,
I think
so
that's kind of the fun part as well. But
huh,
I guess it depends who you are.
mhm,
For like, um, yeah, someone saying they tried to play a few
yeah,
times but couldn't connect their wallet.
yeah,
Maybe they don't have. I mean, we have to actually update the wallets because we only have like I think 4 wallets on there. We need to add a
Mhm.
few more. Um, but anyways, yeah. Sorry for the boss. I think it depends who you're asking. So like for the
Mm.
average user, the boss is just probably the social database. It's just a way for them to use their Near account and log in to this website and be able to post information that other people can see, like Twitter, for example. And I think
mhm,
that's where you get the hashtag boss, which is I think is pretty cool because now you can populate information from Twitter quickly over to this social database, and it can
mhm,
all be indexed on the Near blockchain. But as a developer now, it's a cool way to like prototype things quickly, in my opinion. So
okay,
for example, if I want to interact with a smart contract, let's say I want to kind of see my mint-based NFTs or some other NFTs, I can kind of build a front end for that and display it, in a unified way to lots of different people. But the real power is the gateway that ties it together.
mhm,
So I mean, it's kind of it's hard to explain without like I think but near.org does a pretty good job. They have like a gateways page where you can
yeah,
actually see the gateways that are kind of plugging into Ethereum, the gateways that
mhm,
are plugging into Aurora, and you can plug into any blockchain, arguably, through
mhm.
the boss. Um, and so I think what Near's trying to explain is that by the game does take a long time to load. And
That
that's
is
one thing we're
testnet,
hoping
guys. Yeah, and
but
that is testnets. Yeah.
that is something we're
Meanwhile,
hoping to fix by moving the front end directly to Boss. So, for example, currently the games use Unity,
Mhm.
mhm,
and a lot of that is kind of held on a server of its own. We're trying to have just all the interactions just from a front end on Boss, so
mhm,
that people can just log in the way they normally would through the gateway that's managed by someone else. Again, that's kind of the value that we would have is that someone else could actually manage this gateway infrastructure and still be able to access our game. And then we could actually have our own gateway that would be able to allow for like specific features or people to play from other blockchains, for example, as well.
Hmm.
And so
okay,
that's
so
kind of, yeah.
yeah, I cannot. It's not showing me my test net, so I'm just doing it in mainnet. I don't know if it will work, but let's see. Sorry to cut you off there, Chloe, but one question: what do you
Mhm.
think is the most difficult thing in terms of building in the bus, and what is the easiest thing? Give us like in between. What is the challenges you guys had building in the bus, and what you guys experience when you are building in the bus that is okay, this is pretty easy. I can do this
Yeah,
pretty
so I
fast.
can definitely say easiest. So one of the best parts of building in on the boss is that everything is public and open.
Mhm,
So if you see a component with someone else's code that you think would work well in your kind of
Mhm.
project, you can
mhm,
at least see how it's done or kind of fork it or even use their component.
mhm,
That also takes a while to get to understand, in my opinion. So like when we're working with our interns, I'd say that's also one of the hardest parts is that they don't fully always understand that you have to kind of or you should be breaking everything down into small components that show one interaction on the boss. Um, so, like in this game, for example, you might have a component for each character, like a knight
uh-huh,
component, a mage component, and a ranger component. You might have like a background component, and then you might have like a menu component. And you have to like organize them all together with CSS, to
Yeah.
look in the right way. Um, and so the fact that all that code is on chain is pretty cool. And you can see it all, and it renders directly from the chain. But that's, the way you have to organize your. Like, I'm not a JavaScript developer actually, so maybe that's just a me thing. But yeah,
Can I unlock all of them?
you can unlock all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
And you
I am
sadly, I mean, you can play, but sadly, you're gonna lose if you don't have any gear on. I mean, But if you let me know your account, I can send you a loot box.
Oh, that's sick.
That
is
is
sick.
And
okay. So this guy's built literally on the bus, and the thing is, in the bus, the possibility is endless as far as I know, Chloe. Right? So you can basically build a Twitter, let's say for bus. You can like have a social, let's say near community social, and I think I read about this in one of the tweet that, hey, do you guys want the near community to all move to the bus? So
yeah, like I think like it'll be cool to see like a more Telegram type use case,
uh-huh.
if possible with like private messaging. Then I would say okay, maybe like that would be pretty cool.
Mhm.
Block certain messages if they don't have a share with you or something else. And then technically this part of the game, the front end of that is on Boss. This part, when you go over to the Unity game, there is some fun music there as well.
Yeah, I
Um,
lower it down a bit. Sorry guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just oh, so this is
so yeah,
Autobot, right?
yeah. So it's just auto fighting. Um,
I'm gonna die for sure, 100%.
100% chance. Yeah, you definitely need some gear. So what we've been doing is like on a weekly basis on our community calls, everyone that comes to the call gets a free epic loot box every week.
Oh, nice.
Huh?
So you guys can come as well every Monday.
Okay.
But
What
yeah,
time?
so it is at 11 a.m. Eastern. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
10 a.m. my time.
yeah,
I,
like
I
10
live in
your time.
Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so not too bad. So it's super chill. You can like get into a raid. The games do need a lot of work. So on this Unity side of the game, there's just some general bugs that need to be fixed. But
Yeah.
then moving it over to Boss, there's a whole bunch of work that needs to be done there. And a lot of
I
it
mean,
would require our own gateway, but yeah.
it's understandable. Things also it takes time to develop, and okay. The game, guys, I can't show you completely the game because I am having hard time to focus, to be honest. But the main story, and I'm trying to let me try to go back to the main thing. There is a 4 game built in there, okay, and you can guys go and uh, play them and try them. It is built directly in the bus. You have the pixel party where you can create a pixel. I think you will mint a picture for each block, something like this. There is other games, so feel free to explore. It is very amazing for me that you guys managed to implement all of this in the bus and thinking of how
Yeah,
things
and actually,
goes.
if you go up now, you
Uh-huh.
should be able to see your Crypto Heroes stats. Yeah,
Yeah, he.
yeah, right there. So now that you've actually logged in, if you click characters,
Uh-huh.
there you go. Now you can see the characters. So this is kind of where we're hoping to keep moving more information over, so you can
Yeah.
start seeing stuff. But
So this
so
is like a fully in-chain game, right? Full on-chain game.
yeah, so all like the fight outcome is off chain, but gets
Mhm.
recorded on chain, just because that
Yeah.
would be a lot of logic to do on chain, which we can do actually with like zero knowledge proofs and stuff now, or at least we can verify the computation on chain. But
Okay. So and
um,
every Monday, correct me if I'm wrong. Every Monday, you guys, the guys can go to Telegram and they can get the loot boxes, right?
Every Monday they can come to Telegram, join our call, and get some loot boxes. That is correct.
Okay. So can you drop me the I think I am in Telegram. I don't know if I can generate the invite link. So guys,
I
join the
will drop
Telegram.
you the link.
Yes, join the Telegram. I will give you the invite for the Telegram now. Okay. OGs and everyone watching, join the Marmaj Gaming Telegram and collect your free loot boxes every Monday. I guess meet some people, play with other people. Uh, it's very interesting, to be honest. That is in the boss, and that's what I really like. But moving forward, guys, how I mean, you say you are not a dev, but come on, you created so much. Even the community doesn't believe that you are not a dev.
I try, okay, but like, even if I was a dev in like a few years ago, 'cause I mean, there was a time when I was definitely like, coding 12 hours a day, for months on end, digging into every single resource I could.
Wow.
But I pick up new things very quickly. Um, and these days I definitely try and support other developers. So for
Yeah.
example, even on the hackathon team, like where I was the only developer on the team, and we still won a prize. Like technically, I submitted something. We got the project in. I was able to put something together, but like I wouldn't be able to just join a dev team and build something.
Wow.
That's where I teeter the line. I can sit there with the docs and read through it and build something if I need to,
Yeah.
which I guess is a dev. But
It is. It
uh,
is. Come on.
So building a game on Boss, that's interesting because we are trying to do the same thing. Not Seuss and I, but Neko as a company is trying to build a game, and I think we should put it on Boss. This is alpha.
I agree.
Susie's like, you can't say this. You can't say this. We're trying to build a game. We need to put our people in touch with you guys and learn from you guys because y'all have done it and y'all have done it well. And like
I mean,
that
if
complexity
you
of your game is
actually
so much
want,
more than what we
well,
do.
again, so that part's on Unity.
Yeah.
The best, the most complex game I've actually seen on Boss was from Lewis, actually, from Mintbase. So if you're looking for like how to use JavaScript in amazing ways to get games to work on Boss, I would definitely ask Lewis Microchip GNU. That's his handle. His name is Lewis.
Microchip what?
Like a microchip.
Okay.
Is like his handle.
Okay.
But yeah, so if you ask he's probably honestly, I try and stay more on the research side of like how these tools fit together and how they're used. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not a front end dev either. Like those games were definitely built by other talented developers and artists.
Do you ever think you would build out a dev team of very skilled interns or full-on devs that Marmaj as a company, as a cash positive company and all that stuff, could rent out to people to build cool things on the Boss, and Marmaj could be the hub of, hey, we want to build something freaking sick on the Boss, and then we know that they're maybe not you, right? You said you want to do the research. Hey, tech for social.
But yeah,
good.
so that's what backing is supposed to be for. So like we've been training our interns over the summer, and then we took them to New York for the hackathon.
That's so cool.
And then so I'm going back to Antigua in December actually, and then hoping to it's very difficult to do it when I'm not actually there, I guess.
Right.
Was a lesson learned. But yeah, picking that back up soon, training them on the ground. And yeah, so even though I don't do the dev work myself, I do the education and the training and the mentorship. And the idea is to build like hackathon teams, like you have like sports teams.
Yeah.
And like basically travel to different hackathons, try and win bounties, and like build them out of like students clubs. So like just like students, just like universities have like soccer teams, universities have basketball teams,
Uh-huh.
universities should have like Web3 hackathon teams.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, why not? They have other
Intern,
hackathon teams. So
intern, even they are not based in the US. Do you get interns, around the world, around the globe?
yeah, so currently the interns are mainly based in Antigua. So we don't have any American interns actually.
Nice.
Stay safe from the SEC. All that good stuff.
Smart.
We
Smart.
do have some support from like Nigeria, for example, and we do have one intern from Canada. But it's like Marmaj has support from Canada and Nigeria, and then Back Inc. In Antigua. We try
Okay,
and
so
keep
if
it.
someone want to be an intern, do you guys still get an intern?
Yes, kind of, maybe. The way to contribute now mainly is with Marmaj Gaming.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That is the main like open project where we're kind of accepting all open contributors. Arguably, anyone in the entire community is able to write a blog post or guide or article about anything in Web3 as long as it supports the Marmaj community and earn up to 10 Marmaj. Small little asterisk is it's 10 Marmaj for the post. So, for example, it could be like 2 Marmaj for the publishing, 3 Marmaj for the editing, and like 5 Marmaj for the writer, right? It could be broken up. But anyone
Mhm.
arguably is able to do that. And it's retroactive. So you start writing it. I mean, usually you ask, hey, can I write this topic? You get approved, you start writing it. Someone works with you to kind of get it published. Once it's published, you get the bounty. If
Right.
someone's a developer, we also have
Uh-huh.
developer bounties. But again, those are attached to GitHub issues. And so
Is that your token?
that is the Marmaj token, I think. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
What?
Okay. You guys doing pretty good in this market, to be honest.
Uh, Not much liquidity, but yeah.
Okay, so it's at $1.18. That's pretty good for this market. I mean, do
We
you
try
have
and
any?
keep it on par with between near and ST near in general.
Hmm?
That's not like financial advice or any type of anything.
You guys are
Um,
up as well by 3% in a day. Is there any alpha dropped or?
Buybacks. Company buybacks.
up in relation to what though? The dollar price? Probably because near's
Y-
up. Like it usually trends
with
with
Same way
with
as New
near?
Year's.
the price of near, and then
Ah,
the range is between near and ST near. So should arguably trend, but if near goes down, it arguably should go down in US dollar price.
okay, so you always try to balance it to be equivalent to near.
Kind of.
So basically, like is it
You'd
does it
have
work like
to
the
do
stable
like an
coins?
analysis. You'd have to do some analysis on the trading history. There's like a year
I'm
and a half of
interested to know,
trading
but
history.
is it like a stable coins? Is that how you guys try
That's a
to?
terrible thing to admit to on a live stream recording.
But okay,
Good. Good point. Good point.
fair play.
It's just a fund distribution token that we have for fun in the community.
It's a token.
It is,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's
But
That's what we say too. It's a social token.
guys, I don't know if you're not mind blown. I can see Nono face. He is amazed the entire time.
I've been so quiet this whole time. I've
I
literally
can
been
see
sitting
his
here.
face. I can, and when Nono reaction is like this, he
Anyone
is
can
like,
launch a token.
yeah, he's amazed. He's amazed. But hey,
Throw
guys,
some liquidity up.
props to you guys. I think you guys are doing incredible job, and no wonder why you actually won on the House of Merit. I did support your campaign along
Thank you,
with
thank you.
Odin and along with many other guys. I can't keep naming all of them, but I do really think that you guys contributed to the near ecosystem massively, you know, and
Well,
that's
thank
that's
you. I
that's what,
tried. So,
yeah, that's what I always pinpoint when I am in the podcast. And fun fact, me and Nono don't have the same ideology, but me and Nono do agree on the people who should be in the uh, NDCV one. That's the only thing I think we agreed on. The rest of the thing we never we never agreed.
Okay.
I think we
as
have
good as
Joe here.
co-hosts, you guys don't
Yeah, I
agree.
think we had Joe here, and he was like, I'm really, really liking that you guys don't have the same ideas, you know? And I was like, yeah, he have his own take. I have my own take. So it's nice. I mean, um, you can have different point of view,
Yeah.
different way of thinking, and still be good friends, you know, still co-worker and stuff like this.
That's
Some
the way
people
to
take
have
it
it.
personally. Me and Nono never take things personally.
I
I
take
mean,
it so personal, man. It's not even funny.
maybe in DM. But anyway, I am really okay. I did not dive that much, I think, into Marmaj before that much. I am really, really liking what you guys doing. But going back to the topic is the NDC V1, that it's nice to see people who have a huge contribution to the ecosystem there rather than people who have some sort of social followers and stuff like this. I have no disrespect to anyone. I am one of them. But I think, for example, that goes for, I think people with social followers fits very well in terms of maybe, let's say, the Transparency Commission, where House of Merit, you need people like you need people who's like into technicality, you know, and that is very important to determine which one goes where, you know. And I think people already evaluate where they should be.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. So it's I'm happy that we have people like you, people like Odin, and AVB as
Yeah,
well,
it's
Jared, you
exciting
know,
to
all
work
of these
with
guys.
children as well.
Yeah, Escobar, all of you in there. So I think this is very positive things to have, you know. But still, going to the V2, I do really think that we need this sort of system filtering. And we were talking with AVB about this. Many theory came up and many ways, and we talked a lot about it the last time. But at the end, when I sit with someone like you, when I sit with someone like Odin, when I sit with someone, I will say, okay, these guys, look at their contribution.
Yeah.
Look what they did so far. This guy deserves to be candidate, you know?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I know the election is done. I don't wanna uh, dig 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 all the things up, but
You don't? Are you sure?
I want my OG. I know you're in the OG committee, so I would
Me?
probably.
What OG committee?
But yeah,
OG committee's done.
yeah. Are we gonna mint it again? I think you said that you guys might have bring it back, right?
Well, I mean,
Uh,
but there's for running purposes, there's no requirement for OG in the future. It's anybody's game in the future, right?
Yeah, but it's still it's nice to have
I
OG
mean,
status.
it's up to the House of Merit now to figure out what's gonna
Can you
happen in the future.
retroactively become an OG?
Put a
It sounds
bill
kind of
in.
redundant, but I'm sure there's a good reason
Yep.
for it.
Now you can actually put a bill in and request it to happen, and the House
Yeah,
of
well,
Merit
that's
can
cool.
actually vote on it. It's
Uh-huh.
actually a process. This is why I
Okay.
actually like this
Yeah.
whole thing. This
Okay.
craziness
I
that's
just
going
need to
on.
give
is
Seuss
like,
mine so he can be happy in life. Seuss will not be happy or fulfilled until he has an OG.
No,
SB2.
no, I have been talking
I think
about
this is
my
actually a
OG for so
great-
long.
this is a great bill, actually. I'm actually 100% for it. Like, I think you should write the bill, don't even request any money, and
Uh-huh.
just request for a process to happen. And it was actually a pretty big proposal in optimism right now, making a little bit of fuss, because there's a bit of he said, she said about doxing, and the governance system for optimism has to vote on it for
Yeah.
transparency commission measures. And people are saying, like, is the transparency commission of that system really supposed to handle these like petty measures? And even AVB was, I think, in the Telegram channel today. I don't know if this is like, excuse me, private telegrams, but like, is the transparency commission supposed to manage anything that happens in any of the DAOs that receive funding from the NDC? And then it becomes like, where does that stop and where does that end? And yeah, how does that work? And
that's got to be so much work, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay. Speaking of the NDC, speaking of the transition from, I think I joined the last, and I want your opinion in this. I joined the last NDC Twitter space where they talk, and there was some really hot takes in there in regards of some of House of Merit that are making decision and meeting and calls without other members being in there and just acting on it, without having the authority to. So I don't know if you listened to that to that Twitter space. What's your take on that?
I actually try and run from all the drama. But I do obviously see it because it's in the chats that I'm in. I'll just say politically, I think people are trying to move quickly and efficiently and understand the processes as they go quickly, which may not always be as efficient. But I think the idea in general is to just not waste time, try and bring funding back to the community quickly. There's a lot to learn. There's because
there's the whole 18-month principle, right? Like, we're still on the clock to have near be relevant. Like, yes, the social graph and infrastructure we're creating is insane. The tech is insane, all that stuff. But there's still a sense of urgency. There should be a fire under our butts because we don't have forever, right?
Well, yeah, and I think the idea is that if funding is shut off, the idea at least, if funding is shut off for too long, people will find other places to build. And arguably, funding has been shut off for
not us
for months. Yeah, there you go, not you guys. But yeah, some people leave and go to greener pastures potentially, and I don't think that people's main reason for staying can be the funding by any means. But people who do cool things like this and streaming on 6, 7, 8 different places should be able to have some incentives for what they do, in my opinion. So I think it's a balance that we had. And I think maybe we're skewed potentially a bit too far on it's very, very difficult to reach out and get funding because as a grassroots project, you can't go to your foundation anymore. And there's marketing DAO and creatives DAO, but again, those are kind of siloed in their own kind of ecosystems. And so trying to expand that out to a larger ecosystem would hopefully be more efficient. So yeah, I'm excited for the tech to catch up, I think is what I'll say.
Bullish on the tech.
Yeah, we need on Boss, right? We need to have I think this will be what everyone sees. The election tech was thrown together relatively quickly. Again, I think Jane did a wonderful job, but I mean, there wasn't much time to get everything together. Robert building the contracts in the back end. But I think with what we use for voting, at least, it'll be iterated on for the next 6 months. So it should become pretty good. And then I'm assuming for the next election in 6 months, that's what I'm most looking forward to from now. Maybe having some privacy, maybe having some better voter onboarding. That alone would be pretty awesome, actually. Those two things would be great.
Yeah. I just saw a meme, and I think it's great. But anyway, guys, we will share the meme. We are around 1 hour 4 minutes. I don't want to take a lot of your time, Chloe, but honestly, in the Nico Morning Show, we try to cover everything regardless what the time is. So we sometimes go for 1 hour and a half. Sometimes we even went for 2 hours, and the finale goes for 3 hours. But guys, reminder with the meme: if you create a meme around the Marmaj Chan, which I will share with you right now, you get extra point. Okay. Okay, extra reward as well. But this is what I did share with you. Where is it? Okay. So if you create a meme around this one, you will get an extra point for it. This is the link on the chat. If you are watching from Facebook, if you are watching from Twitch, YouTube, and I even forget Kick. Okay, for people who's on Spotify and all other platform, we will drop you the link there in a second. But create a meme around the chan, you get extra point. We will give you 10 minutes to do that, and then we will view all these things up. But to wrap things up with Chloe and the NDC, I have one question for you. Who do you
So,
think, in terms of blockchain, in out there other blockchain that have the best DAO?
blockchain with the best DAO in
Mhm.
any ecosystem.
It
Well,
doesn't matter.
then can I be selfish and say Marmaj? No. Okay, maybe the Forgotten Runes Wizards cult. I'm not sure if it counts as a DAO, but I think it would,
Mhm.
because NFTs allow you to make decisions.
Yeah.
And in the first version of it, you're able to use your NFT to write in the book of lore.
Mhm.
And I just thought it's a pretty cool way of doing an edition of like having a bunch of generative art, but then having a book of a page that it links to and getting people to kind of fall in love with their character and write their
Yeah.
lore. So it's
In
I
terms,
don't know how
in
I don't know how they're doing now, but
yeah,
hope they're
I
doing
mean,
well.
in terms of the community, how big it is a factor in DAOs, but it is also important to recognize the work that people doing, right? And definitely, Marma J, you
Yeah.
guys are doing a lot of work based on what you are telling us, and I'm sure I did not dive like 50% of what you guys are doing. Yeah. For this, I would definitely put Marma J at the top DAOs in near as well. But
Well, thank you.
governance. Who do you think have the best governance in other blockchain?
Best governance in other blockchains. Wow.
I was
Okay.
gonna say ETH.
It's
You're gonna
it's
say ETH, right?
definitely
Chloe?
somewhere something in the layer twos. Yeah, for me,
Well,
I think yeah.
I guess optimism
Optimism is
is
very
pretty
great.
active
Hmm.
and has been now copied, like the chain at least has been copied by many others. So, um, yeah, I guess I have to say optimism, most well known, you know, they are dealing with lots of different types of cases, um, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, and
Not
also
just with
Optimism offer
code, but
rewards for the people who's delegating their token as well, right? So every few months they will say, "Hey guys, based on how much you delegate in your tokens or how much activity you participated in the vote, your share is this set of tokens."
yeah, I didn't even know that. But
Yeah,
that's
they did
smart.
it twice. I have a friend of mine who was delegating around 120 OP, and I think they gave him in range of like 90 OP
Yeah,
tokens.
actually, Meta does that. I like Meta.
Uh-huh.
I'll change my
Like
answer to
Metapool?
Meta. Yeah, Meta pulled down. Although I don't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the proposal that I think just passed, and so I have to publicly say that. But everything else
Yeah.
was cool. I think they were doing great, and they just kept kept doing it. But
Yeah.
Metapool is awesome. Love Metapool.
Metapool,
And it's
Nono is a fan of Metapool. Nono cover Metapool daily basis.
Literally every show on the show.
yeah,
Yeah, every show.
I love Metapool
Year
as
Week
well.
and
So
Metapool. So hypothetically, based off of your mentions, uh, an investment portfolio. This is all hearsay. Ethereum near Optimism Arbitrum. That is quite robust. That is the best of the best. Proof of stake. Well done. I don't know if you noticed that's what you've done. If I
there
would
you
love to be
go.
holding large amounts of ETH near Optimism or OP and ARB
Hey, if you
next
could
pull run.
give
That would be
me
insane.
a whole treasure trove with those 4 tokens, I, wouldn't be complaining. It'd be nice.
Oh yeah.
I think
Oh yeah.
I
Guys, we're
sold
gonna run
my
through some.
OP airdrop right away. I used some exchanges and set some orders for fun. But Optimism's too expensive for me, so I know I wouldn't keep using it.
Yeah.
Arbitrum, it's a bit too central. I love the vision. It's just a bit too centralized for me.
I
And it's
love
still too
Arbitrum.
expensive, so
I
I know I
I,
wouldn't
I
use it.
love Arbitrum.
Yeah.
Arbitrum gave me a very sizable airdrop. I get airdrop in Arbitrum in
Nice.
two wallet, in my two trading wallet. So it was nice.
Arbitrum.
It's crazy
Yeah,
actually.
I
Arbitrum
love
give
the
a sizable
airdrops
airdrop.
are always nice.
It was very
I
sizable,
stopped
right?
getting airdrops pretty much after like Gitcoin and stuff. I got like Uniswap, Gitcoin, and then I stopped trading. I just try and build now. It's too
I,
Real.
I mean, I was talking with Delir the last time, and I was like, Delir is very heavy in trading, and he trade perpetual, and I was like, oh man, I'm done perpetual trading. I'm done. I can't. I won for 2 months. I tried $30, and Delir gave me a tool to use for trading because I told him I like
Mm.
support and resistance and stuff like this, and I was
did.
winning. My $30 was like 400 plus. I
Nice.
was winning for like two,
What
3 weeks.
happened?
I enter a trade, I over leverage, and I lost it all in one day.
Where's the stop loss?
What he did, he entered a BTC 50x short, and then somebody from Cointelegraph tweeted out that the Bitcoin ETF approval had gone through, and he got liquidated.
Done.
That's not what happens.
But it might have well
tough
been.
thing. I got so hyped about
It
that
was in
yesterday.
Bitcoin, I lost it. It's kind of similar. I'm
Yeah,
laughing
is it-
because
is
I
it
didn't tell
real?
him, but he actually figured some things out. But yeah, yeah, no more perpetual trading for me, man. I'm done. I'd rather spend the money on something else than go and try it. It's kind of
You
like a gamble
finally
for me.
got there. That's good.
Yeah, no, yeah,
I think I
it's
gave
done.
Arthur Hayes a couple $100 in
Arthur
like
Hayes.
2017, and then I was like, nope,
Yeah.
a couple 100x trades.
That's
on
crazy that you've been in it
BitMEX
for
or whatever.
cycles. That's wild.
Yeah. But anyway,
That's wild.
I have to go again and fix TikTok. I don't know why TikTok is doing this
Yeah.
today with me, but
Doesn't like you.
it's
No
it's
worries.
not TikTok
Well-
itself. I think it's my
the
iP.
TikTok cast inside
Yeah,
of
it's
stream.
it's the restream today is bugging so hard. Like I just looked at the QR code and it's 19 suddenly 19 scan. But I'll be back, guys. Maybe close it, no, and then we can check the
I got
memes
you.
and pick a winner. But give me 2 minutes,
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, y'all, while Seuss is fixing the TikTok, what we're going to do is we're going to do some brief, just 10,000 foot near protocol news because we are a near source of news. So, we need to super briefly cover that. Here we go. I had a thing to share. Okay, I'm not saying this is the best place to get news. This is just what I did this week. I compiled a couple things. Plus, these animals make everybody happy. So, what happened in Near Protocol turned 3 years old. Yay, big stuff. Number 2, for some reason, Nameski had the highest .near domain sale. They had 10x their volume in one sale. Pretty cool stuff. The Near Digital Collective put out their first V1 open letter to the community. Great. I think it was on Medium they posted that, but I'll attach all the links here. Jared from Shard Dog and Ready Layer 1 dropped some alpha on how to best market Near. It's quite impressive. He has actionable steps for everything. And Near DC or Near Digital Collective hosted their first V1 weekly sync, which was intense. We were actually just referencing that. I think 850 people last time I checked tuned in at a certain time or another. Definitely want to go check out. This is my personal reminder to you guys. If you're not claiming your .near domains, go do that. Please go do that. It is so very worth your time. We've been talking about it a little bit. Here's TikToks about it. Here's TikToks about it and crappy YouTube videos from forever ago. Definitely check it out. So that is your personal sample of Near Protocol news. I didn't look at the memes too, so I was like, I'm gonna just
Well,
code a 10,000
unfortunately,
foot.
we don't have Marmaj Chan meme, but we do have some memes there. Let's see. Some people says they are in holiday in the UK. I don't know why, and some people is at work to create. But okay, let's see what meme we have. I think Fimi have a really really good one here. This is the first one. I don't know if you are you guys seeing this.
Start Web 4.
Web 4,
Web 4
wow, yeah.
pages does exist. Someone built Web 4 pages on Near. That is fair. Hard to make. It is hard to make a Marmaj chain.
Okay, but I think this meme goes to Chloe saying that he's not a dev, but after he start talking, he was like, "Man, she's gonna create a Web 4 with all that experience, you know." So I think it's a good context in there. But okay, let's see who else.
There for sure.
Yeah, we have the standard Katastan meme, Nico Morning Show, Chloe the dev. Okay.
Thoughts on Jeffrey Dahmer?
A cute one.
I mean, it's fun. It's kind of fun.
Okay. I know the series. I watch it, man. It's crazy. But anyway, we will keep going with other meme. You have to pick one, Chloe, by now. I mean
Pick
today.
one.
Oh, two.
Wait. Chloe was given two.
Two.
Wait,
Yes. My bad. Two. Okay.
Fist bump.
That one's funny too.
Once again, I'm asking. I love these memes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also hearing it in his voice, so I do find that funny.
Yeah.
You are trying to visualize. Yeah. Okay.
Top 2 out of 4. Or we can
Kingsley, what do you have, Kingsley?
Oh, I can't
Come on,
see
man.
the.
Wait, let me move the Marmaj code real quick. It's
Not until the show finish. Okay, I like this one. The standard, you know, fire
I
thing.
mean, we do appreciate y'all tuning in the whole time. I mean, that's
Yeah.
good.
Hopefully, it doesn't feel
it's
like
not super-
fire where you are. But thanks for staying for the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for being here. That's big.
Okay, so what do we
It's
have
big.
here?
One more. Building
Okay,
game
one
on
more.
boss is the way to go. Okay, so I like that one. I like this one. I'm gonna pick this one as one of the winners.
Okay.
And you like? Wait,
we have some
obviously
more.
mine doesn't-
Unity and Real. Okay.
Okay, and I like the.
But is it making it seem like it's difficult?
Wait,
Because we want to promote.
wait, guys. We have more. We have
there's
more.
They keep coming.
They keep coming.
I like to build games on boss ones is funny. So I'll pick that one as well if that.
Which is this one, right?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, and let me just last.
once
Okay,
again,
we are done. Yeah. So okay, and the second win.
You like? Chloe like the once again. I'm asking for the Bernie meme, right?
This one.
Yeah.
No, one up. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Once again, I'm asking.
Okay, so we are gonna pick this two as the winning for the meme today, guys. Thank you for participating.
Good games on boss.
Yep, and
right.
the jump token. Shout out to Jump DeFi for hooking us with some jump tokens for the show. You will be able to stake it on a Jump DeFi website. It is stakeable. I know a lot of people farming it right now. This guy, but I have a small bag. I have my bag, guys. I will tell you, sir. Imagine dropping a needle in the ocean. That's my bag compared to his bag with jump tokens. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's a huge one. I'm not gonna say it in front of everyone. It's big. It's big.
Moving.
Hey, I would give up my jump bag to work for Marmaj.
But I mean, shout out to No. Do you know he have like 300 NFT?
Whoa! Wait, what?
300 freaky feline that he minted. He swept a collection. He keeps sweeping. So he's like NFT staking on Jump DeFi is pretty strong if you know what you are going for. But I mean, No, always sweep the collection that have good
I like
farming.
to bet on us
Yeah,
for sure. I like to bet
You
on
like
us
farming.
and company buybacks all day. I mean, that's what's happening with the Nico token
yeah.
is company
And
buybacks.
then
Okay,
no,
there
as
you
well,
go.
he buy back. Okay, guys, if you guys are wondering with the pump on the Nico token,
I'm
it's
learning
this
so
guy
much
again.
about.
It's this guy again. It's not from the company. It's
I mean,
not from Nico, guys. He used all
What?
the money he got from the domain he sold, and he bought Nico token with it. So
they're in the
thank you,
Nico.
Nono, for the support.
It's in the Nico system.
Yes.
Community gift.
Chloe, thank you so much for being here. This is something new that we need to do that we have not done yet. Chloe, who do you recommend that we have next on the show?
Hmm.
Who would you love to
Ooh.
see us talk to? You like that, Zeus? That's
I
kind
like
of
that.
cool,
I
huh?
like
I
that.
do.
I like that.
Let me get-
I don't. If she would come on, I'd
Oh,
love
who's in
to
the
hear from Jane, head of the tech. She is
Okay.
head of the tech working group.
Mhm.
She like led
Can you give us a Twitter handle?
a Twitter handle. Let's
Or because that doesn't ring a bell for me. That's also part of my lack of knowledge. Because I mean, legitimately, when you ran and Zeus was like, "Yeah, I was proud to support you," I didn't deep dive you, Chloe. I didn't deep dive Marmaj. I didn't know. And now, like after this whole podcast, clearly I'm wishing I had been one of the people to help put you in the House of Merit.
Oh,
But
no worries at all.
yeah,
I try my best to stay under the radar. I
that's
will drop a Telegram if that's all
any
right. I don't even know if they have
beautiful.
a Twitter,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that'd be cool. That'd
perfect.
be really cool. Yeah, thank you for north of an hour and for an hour and 30 minutes. We super appreciate you. This was a huge learning experience for us. I mean, you can tell by my face. Thank you. You can tell by my face. I was in awe a lot.
It was great to speak with the
My
both of
eyes
you.
have been opened. Thank you. Thank you. We love getting to have you on here. Thank you for your time. It's very valuable. Any closing remarks, Chloe specifically?
Oh, just I hope everyone has a
Any
great rest of the
exhortation?
day. Go spread some love, support, and positivity wherever you're at. And thanks for coming and spreading some with us here. So thanks again.
Thank you again,
Yeah,
Nono, as well for being there with me all the time. And thank you, Chloe, for coming to the show. We really appreciate the efforts waking up at 4 a.m.
Very
just to
well.
be in the show.
Oh,
Guys,
I
a
stayed up.
reminder.
So we're fine.
Okay. Guys, a reminder Spotify, there will be a TLDR version of this episode in Spotify. So if you don't want to watch the full podcast, you will be able to watch, to hear and watch in Spotify podcast or hear it in Spotify the important notes we took in this show. Once the show is done, give me a few hours to rest and we will start chopping the video and editing and give you the most important TLDR from this show. If you want to watch the full episode of the podcast, you can watch it as well on YouTube. It is available as well on X, so you'll be able to watch it without any cut. But if you are driving, please don't watch the video and just open Spotify and listen to it. I did upload the one with ABB. I will upload it afterward. Nona did send me the cut edit he did, but I was doing the episode before it. It's me and Nono only, so it's a lot of work to push all the content through all 8 platform, guys. So bear with us. Hopefully in the future we will be able to maybe add one to our team, or we will be able to upgrade some things. Shout out to the marketing DAO for supporting the show, as well for Chloe coming in. Marketing DAO did contributed to have this amazing studio setup as well. No setup. We use all the fund to upgrade our setup to bring you a very visually nice podcast, and we will keep grinding until we have one of the best podcasts in Web3 and bring that adoption to near protocol. Don't forget to stake your jump token. Don't forget to claim your shard dogs. Don't forget to stake your near tokens. Non-financial advice. Near was at 23 peak dollar. We are in a bear market. It's a $1. It's a steal, but that's my own opinion. Do your own research before you do that. Stake your tokens on Metapool. QR codes available right here. You can also stake on Octopus as well on Jam DeFi. Sorry, I talked a lot, man. But anyway, thank
Okay,
you everyone
Reddit
for
core
coming in.
32 starts the new show. Last show ended. Seuss is starting a new show.
The beauty of internet.
Irish goodbyes. Did you see my? Did you see my? Okay, we gotta let Chloe go.
Okay, let
Oh
it go.
man,
Okay.
this is
Thank you guys. Have a great day and see you again in our next episode. Chloe, by the way,
that's right.
stick around for like 5 minute chat.
Sounds good.